What's going on, guys? Sean Don coming back at you with a technical analysis. Here we have Zack Hofschneider video sent in by his coach, Spencer Mo. I always love to see a coach that is not afraid to get a second opinion. I think it shows a selflessness, and I think the sport needs more of that, because obviously everybody doesn't know everything. I don't know everything, and I don't have all the answers. But if we work together, we can find them. So, yeah, excited to help you guys out, Spencer and Zack. Let's take a look.
Literally. You're done.
Okay. Coming back from a back injury. PR 46 meters.
You're done.
You're done. Like, it's a good throw. That's funny. So, yeah.
Literally.
Okay. So, I think overall, decent throw. There's some hiccups in there a little bit. So, let's take a look. The winds, pretty standard. I think you can let your hands come a little bit more left with the ball. As you can see, you kind of throw your hands forwards, and that kicks the ball forwards. You bring your hands back, turn your shoulders back, really nice. But yeah, like I said, you can just let your hands come a little bit more leftwards with the ball as the ball goes left just a little bit to help connection. But you do a really good job turning that right shoulder back. Turn your shoulders back to the right. Sorry. Now you let your hands come more left to the ball, so this is better. Nice and balanced. Shifts to the right. Not too much extension at the lower back. I'd say maybe bend your knees a little bit more. Sit your hips down. A little bit more front squat position. Pretty solid entry. Overall, the winds I think are pretty good. Not much to improve there, I think. It looks like you kind of pull that right shoulder or right elbow down a little bit, and that kind of brings your chest forward just a bit. But your posture right here looks pretty solid. Level shoulders. You see your left shoulder is a little bit higher than your right. That's that right elbow kind of pulling down, and it's going to create a little tension on this left shoulder. Excuse me. And then, but like posture, hips are nice and level, legs are bent, 50-50, maybe a little bit more on that left side is good. But yeah, this right elbow, you can see, kind of pulls down a little bit, and you lead the ball just a hair coming through entry. And this is like really splitting hairs here. This is a fine difference between like keeping your body right here and letting the ball get to right there. So if ball was right here, but body was in this position right there, or even that one, as you can see, there's just a slight separation between you and the ball, which is good, which is normal. If the ball was actually ahead of you, you would disconnect and it would feel like crap. But I think if you just waited just a bit more, so you want your whole body to turn with the ball, whereas like I said, you're just a little bit ahead of it right now. You're not quite 100% connected. Posture, once again, left shoulder a little up, hips level, decent though. Right leg, let's see what it's doing. You can even see here through the entry, this left leg is what does most of the turning. That's a sign that you're a little bit ahead of it. This right leg is doing some. It's trying to do stuff. This is a really solid position here. You see this left shoulder, left hip, more or less staying stable. This right side coming around that left side. There's a slight, so since the ball kind of comes down just a little bit over here on the right side, right over here, the ball rises up here, and you can see it's very subtle. If you look at his leg, he comes up just slightly, like maybe an inch or two. He rises up with the ball, and you can even see it in his right foot how it kind of picks up and shifts up. Left leg especially, hands rise up, ball rises up. So you just rise up just a little bit in this entry. Try to stay down, stay one level. That'll help your timing of your catch. Right now you rise up just a little bit too much with the ball in the entry as it goes left. Very subtle, very subtle. But if you think about staying down, keeping this left leg bent and working this right leg more, I think that would help. This position right here just looks a little bit, like I said, you're kind of up on the toe. Left leg's a little straight. Hands are up. And you see the ball here, and the ball kind of comes down and crashes on you just slightly. Super sneaky right leg. Holy crap. You got the thing in there quick. I would say, so this kind of goes back to rising with the ball. Let's see. Really quick right leg action. Posture is good. Shoulders are level, but the position of your feet. You're a little bit too staggered, so meaning this right foot is too much in the direction of the right sector. I know I say step forwards, and that's exactly what you're doing, but that's a product of where the ball is. And so yes, you want to step forwards, but it looks like I said, your feet are just too staggered. And so what's going to happen here is it's going to be hard to get this right hip all the way into this throw and around this left side into the second turn. I think this is one of the hiccups that I kind of saw watching at full speed. But so try to get this right foot just a little bit more. So you're doing a good job catching square with your hips square to the ball. That's exactly what you want, but you just need to get this right foot a little tiny bit more in line with the right, and that's really splitting hairs. Essentially, you just need to let the ball run around and do its thing a little bit longer before you sneak this right foot in. But yeah, so you come down and you see just a little heavy on the right. This left foot kind of flops just a little bit, just a hair. You can see, like I said, your left foot's barely on the ground, right here, barely. But the ball kind of comes crashing down on you because you do lift up and rise up here, and I think that's kind of what you come down, and that kind of slows you down, and then it takes a bit for the ball to pick back up. And you can see, like I said, that right foot comes down staggered. A little heavy on the right side, you can see right here. So this tilt in the hips and the shoulders shows that you're a little bit heavy on this right side. Also, kind of a byproduct of that left side doing too much in the entry. Like I said, you just gotta chill and let the ball pass just a little bit more and turn with it more. Doing a good job waiting for the ball in the second turn. But like I said, it's hard to get this hip up and into the throw with so much weight over on this right leg. And you can see, so this is kind of ball passes, but you aren't quite turning with it now. You're doing a good job letting the ball pass on this after this first catch, and that's crucial. But now you need to turn with the two of your hips and lower body aren't quite connected. And you can see, so that's why you kind of shift back onto this right side. And the ball rises up yet again. You kind of lift up and kind of not drag, but pull the body across. Pull the ball across your body with this left arm, kind of goes up. I know this feeling. And yeah, you can see this left shoulder is a little bit higher than the right. Kind of pulling the ball across, lifting up just again a little bit. Kind of heavy back on this right side, and that's kind of once again why you kind of go down this, not quite down the middle, not quite down the right sector, but just down this left sector just slightly. That's kind of a sign of heavy on the right side. Single support. Your right foot is arguably on the ground a little bit too long. I mean, I don't know. This ball's past 90, and your right foot's still on the ground. So that's, I mean, in theory, that's cool. But let's see what happens. This left hip shifted back quite a bit. It's not bad. Right side goes around. Level shoulders. You should feel the ball pull you towards the sector, but you can see it kind of comes. The ball's coming down on you hard again on that right side. And solid posture, solid. Hips, shoulders once again. It could be a little bit more square to the ball. Feet are more in a neutral position, which is good. And the ball is coming down, and once again, kind of heavy on this right side. You can see it right here, especially. This right foot comes down, it doesn't do much turning. Left heel gets down pretty early, but this right side, you can just see it's almost collapsing. You gotta have a stronger right leg, stronger right hip. You gotta turn it more, gotta use it more. That'll help. So this right leg is kind of what props up this left side. As you can see, there's like a slight tilt. If you were to draw a line from your shoulder to your hip, knee, and ankle, there's just a slight clockwise tilt, and that gets worse as the ball goes left. You shift away from the ball. And this right leg, like I said, just isn't quite doing enough. You're getting that hip around that left side, but the left side's kind of pulling back to get that right hip around. And you can see here, once again, swinging the golf club through, and you can see this tension up in that left shoulder, leading with the ball slightly. Right leg starting to kick in a little bit here. That's kind of what pulls you back into balance. But the same thing, that left shoulder is up and high, and you can see you're kind of coming across and lifting and pulling the ball across. And then your right hip, once again, comes through. I think this is probably my favorite catch position. Hips square to the ball, hips over shoulders, bent knees, solid. So there's a slight stagger here. You can see that maybe if your right foot was 2 or 3 inches in front of your left, that's good. You don't want it like 6 or 8 though. That makes it really hard. But this is a solid catch position here. This is really good. I like it. And kind of same thing. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. And so since you're already a little bit heavy on that right side, it's going to look like the same thing coming through here. You catch, your right foot comes down, and you don't quite turn it. And it just goes. It's all left side coming through here. Once again, same thing. You can see a lot of tension up in this left shoulder. And this right shoulder just kind of a little droopy, drops. I don't know. Right side's just a little bit down compared to your left side, which is, you can see, has all the tension. It's kind of high and tight. And as ball goes left, kind of same thing. This hip and shoulder kind of needs to stay where it is, just like another frame or two longer, just like in the entry. And then the ball will take you out left a little bit better. But like I said, same thing. Left shoulder kind of pulls back, comes across, lifts up. Right hip goes forwards. Solid catch position here. Not exactly the earliest for the final turn. Feet neutral again. Solid posture. You come through on the finish, and you could. This is where you really see this left side take off. You see this left leg. See the right leg. Left leg's doing all the turning, right leg's not doing much. It's just kind of there. And then finally kicks in, and just like your previous turns, just like as the ball goes from like 75 to 90, and you come up and through. I mean, it's a pretty clean finish too. But yeah, overall, Zack. Let me get a sip of water before I go through this one more time. Freshen up. Okay. But yeah, so overall, like I said, winds are pretty good. You just got to use, you might be even, if you want to widen up your stance a little bit, that'll help you use your right leg a bit more. But it's a double-edged sword. It might help you use your right leg more, but then it might also shift you too much onto your right side, and you'll be even heavier. It goes two ways, like I said, double-edged sword. But yeah, use your right leg a little bit more in this entry and let the ball pass just a hair more. So like I said, keep your body, head right here, and then feel your lower body working with the ball, and let the ball, you want to let the ball pass just like 1 or 2 frames more. And then use that right leg more, let the ball really run long. Like I said, if you fix that entry, the ball will go longer around. This foot will be less staggered on that first catch. You'll be able to use your right leg more efficiently. On this after this first catch, use that right leg more. That'll help keep this left side more stable. It'll help level out your shoulders a little bit, and then you won't lift and kind of come across the body with the hammer too much. And like I said, you're just kind of heavy on this right side. You're doing a good job fighting out of it each turn, but I think there's a lot more there in the tank because, like I said, too heavy on the right side, and you aren't as efficient as you could be. So, yeah, hopefully that helps Zach, Spencer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. I'm a man of the people. So, if anybody else out there wants a technical analysis, go to SeanDonnelly.biz. Go to the services page, get an in-depth technical analysis, and sign up. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Sean Don, peace out.